Hi, hello, my name is Sydney. I am a first year nursing student with a major love for fiber arts, specifically knitting, which is what I'll be focusing on today. Yeah, I've been feeling super inspired lately, and me and my mom, who also loves knitting, we've talked so much about starting our own chatty knitting kind of podcasty videos. And so yeah, decided to just go for it. I'll probably try and stick to the kind of usual knitting podcast format. I'll go through what I'm wearing, finished objects, and then whips, which I have about 1,000,000 of. Yeah, whips, and I have a few acquisitions and plans with those acquisitions. So yeah, let's jump into it. First finished object is Gib. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jib, by Andrea Mowry. I did the kind of female version, which is Gib 1, I believe. Nice 2x2 ribbing. Cable raglans is probably the biggest detail. The pattern has an all-over texture, but I decided to skip that and I just did mine in stockinette, and I'm going to add a duplicate stitch pattern after it's completely finished because I need to weave in ends and block it. I have to do a little research into whether I should block it before or after I do the duplicate stitching, so that's still to be determined. But yeah, love this pattern. Always love her patterns in general. They're so well written, and yeah, her sizing instructions and like recommended ease is like so clear, so easy to use. Yeah, so super excited about this one. I did the other modifications I made besides doing the stockinette versus the texture was I made it slightly longer than usual because I'm very tall. And so yeah, I lengthened it. I lengthened the body this way, but then I also lengthened the sleeves. I just measured another pullover raglan that I had that I really like the fit of and just knit to those measurements. So yeah, that's my Gib 1. Love it. So excited to wear it once I've done all the stitching and blocking and everything. It's knit in Drops Lima. I've been using Drops Lima so much lately. It's a wool alpaca blend. So nice. It's such a nice gauge. I like to knit in DK usually. As you will see by my other works in progress, I've been using it a lot lately. Yeah. And then my other finished object, also in desperate need of block, is this little cardigan I knit out of undyed Surrey, like a silk Surrey blend. So like it's like a cloud. Yeah, I did. So this is a free pattern from Hedgehog Fibers, I believe. Yeah, so this is, just looked up the pattern. This is a free pattern from Hedgehog Fibers designed to use a skein of her Surrey or mohair. I used more than just one skein for this one, but that's okay. I had multiple in stash, so it worked out. Also just wanted to mention the reason that I used more yarn than was called for was because I was not using the yarn that was called for. I would just use this random Surrey silk that I had in stash, and I'd have to go look at the measurements, but my guess is I used more because this one is slightly thicker than her one. I just did short sleeves because I thought that would be fun to layer over dresses and stuff, and it's like so small, compact on, but it's so warm, even being short sleeved. Yeah, super fun layering piece. That it's a big enough gauge, and because it's like short sleeves and everything, it knit up so fast. and pretty simple. It does have nice details, like this thick, it's not ribbing, it's just stockinette that goes in the other direction all the way around the body. So I'm really excited to see how that blocks out. And then there's a tiny bit of ribbing around the sleeves. So yeah, there you go. There's my dust bunny, which is the name of the pattern. Don't know if I mentioned that. So those are my two finished objects that aren't fully finished because they still need blocking and everything. I need to figure out my blocking situation in my dorm room, but we'll get there. So now for works in progress, whips. My main whip right now is a bit of a secret. It is a Christmas present for my family, so I will talk all about it after they get it this Christmas. But that has been my focus, so I think that's kind of why I have so many whips, because I just haven't been working on them at all. So they're just kind of languishing, which is kind of sad because I love them all so much and am so excited to finish them. But it's almost October, so Christmas presents take priority at the moment. Okay, first one is the, wow, really tangled up over here, big cozy cardigan. Big comfy? Big cozy? Yeah, big cozy cardigan. Andrew Mowry. It's such a nice mindless knit right now because it's just basically a big rectangle. Has a really nice texture. When I first started knitting it, here, there we go, I can really see the texture. When I first started knitting it, like the first inch or so, I was really unsure about the texture. My student ID just got dropped off. What was I saying? Yeah, I was unsure about the texture. I think just because there wasn't that much of it, I couldn't really like see it that well. But after I kept knitting, really love it. It's pretty subtle. This is an undyed, here, I have another skein of it over here somewhere. Here it is. Undyed yarn from Marina Skewa. It just says it's 50 grams, 100 meters, 100% British wool. The yarn is called Mendip 4-ply. Yeah, highly recommend. It's like, it's for 100% wool, it's surprisingly soft. It has a pretty high spin, so it has lots of structure, which is really good for the texture. But yeah, surprisingly soft for 100% British wool. Love it. Would definitely work with it again. She has a bunch of colors that are dyed over this gray, so they're like really subtle and absolutely beautiful. I got this at Unravel and met her there, and she's so nice. It was so lovely to talk to her about, yeah, her process and about the different yarns. And yeah, I picked these ones out because I wanted to do some sort of massive cardigan, especially going into uni. I just was like envisioning all the like long winter days of studying, and I just wanted like a massive warm cardigan to like get me through it, you know? So I was just like envisioning myself in the library with this cardigan. So yeah, because it's undyed, shape to shape, it varies a little bit. So the first skein that I did was slightly lighter. You can see there's a bit of a line here. And when I first realized, I was like, no, but it's not super noticeable. Like I can definitely pick it out, but it's not a crazy stripe. And I honestly don't mind like the texture, don't mind if the colors vary slightly. It's raw wool, that's just kind of part of the fun of it. But yeah, something to keep in mind if you don't like that and you're doing some sort of raw wool, definitely alternate skeins so they kind of fade in and out and it's not such a harsh line, you know? But yeah, so that's my big cozy cardigan. Really looking forward to working on it some more. The sari that I got from it for it, skeins coming apart, is this gorgeousness from Zakami. Oh, love it. It's all like yellows, has like a little bit of pink, showing up kind of orange, but absolutely gorgeous. I also got this at Unravel. Being there was so inspiring, and yeah, I got this, the like main one first, and then I was able to like take it over to Zakami and look at all the saris and pick a combo that I really liked. So yeah, that was one of the main things that I enjoyed about being at a fiber festival, was seeing all the colors in person and being able to match yarns in person, even if they're from separate dyers or spinners or whatever. So yeah, really lovely. Cannot wait for this to be finished so I can wear it all the time. Okay, other whip is my halibut. Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. So last November, I bought me and my mom the yarn for us each to make ones. She did black and this really light gray, and then I'm doing blue, kind of greenish petrol kind of color with the light gray. Yeah, I'm about halfway through the halibuts. I did a very large ribbing because I love a good turtleneck. Yeah, I have my little stitch markers on there that I made with my sisters, little S for Sydney. Yeah, I'm using Drops Lima, surprise, surprise, and Petrol, and then I forget what the light gray is called. I think it's like pearl gray, maybe. Yeah, whatever the light gray is. And it's holding, like, doing color work with the two DK is like nice and thick. Yeah, really great. So again, so excited to finish it, but gotta focus on those Christmas presents. Yeah. And the other work in progress is this beast. It's black, so it's really hard to see, but this is my zipper sweater from Petite Knit. Almost done with the body. I did a it's really floppy because this is like super thick. Man, it's really hard to see, but super thick twisted rib folded over. So you start with this, it's like you make like a giant rectangle and then you fold it over, pick up the stitches, and then do the raglan, going back and forth, so you have this space for the zipper, and then you join in the round and knit the rest of it like you normally would a top-down sweater. Jumper, I should say. Currently living in England, so the sweater jumper debate is always present. Yeah, this is gonna be so warm. I'm knitting it in, you guessed it, Drops Lima, in the black, and then I'm also using the Drops Surrey, also in black. I get all this from Wool Warehouse. They ship super quickly and frequently have sales going on, so I literally buy yarn by the bag from them. Yeah, this is gonna be very handy in these British winter months ahead. Is there anything else to say about that? I think that's everything. Yeah, there we go. And then my last whip is some socks. Just started them. I do socks on really long needles and then magic loop it. Sometimes I'll do 2 socks at a time. These ones I'm just doing individually though. But these are DRK Everyday. I've knit so many of these socks. I mean, so many is relative. I think I've knit 2 or 3 pairs now. Some people are absolute sock machines, and I'm not quite there yet. This yarn is, I don't have the label anymore, but it's a really fun one that my mom got me for last Christmas. It comes in 2 skeins that fade and have like a matching fade, so you just like knit them both until you run out of yarn. Put a picture of the yarn here. Yeah, so really fun. So it'll go from like this darker blue up to white at the top of the socks. Being in Britain in winter, you need all the thick woolly socks. So excited about those. Got my little butterfly wing stitch marker. Yeah, that is all my whips currently, I think. I don't know, because I just moved, all my stuff is kind of like all over the place, but those are my main whips. I'm not even really working on them. But anyways, on to acquisitions. Just a few days ago, we had some family visiting who are also big knitters and sewers. So we took them to all of our favorite local yarn shops and we went to a fabric shop together. We went to Loop in London where I got this cute little skein. The brand is V-Lanes, but it's dyed specifically for Loop London, so it's like a limited edition colorway, which is fun. And it's 72% mohair, 28% silk, 25 grams. Adorable. It's like pinks, has some variegations in there. So soft and silky. And with this, I'm planning on holding it with this undyed sock yarn. It doesn't have any nylon in it. It's from the Raw Wool Company. It's undyed British Wensleydale long wool. This is also from Unravel. The Raw Wool Company had a section there and chatted with them about not using nylons and synthetics in yarn, but I was asking them about how that works with sock yarn because frequently there's some sort of synthetic in there to give socks some more strength because they wear out so easily. And they said it really depends on the type of wool and that longer staple lengths add a lot of strength, especially when combined with a higher twist. So I was planning on just knitting this individually, maybe with another strand of something for some color work for some socks. But when we were at Loop, there was a sample of a gray yarn held with a lighter variegated mohair, and I really loved the effect. And so it got me thinking. I remembered I had this back home. Also remembered Well Love Knits a while ago was talking about how she enjoys putting mohair into socks because it adds fuzziness, but also because of the silk in it, it adds a lot of strength. So yeah, got this. I'm gonna hold it with this. My guess is the gauge is gonna be big enough because this is fingering weight and this is lace weight. My guess is the gauge is gonna be too big for DRK socks, which are my favorite, but not quite big enough for Bear Paw, which is the like DK version of that pattern. So I'll probably just get a gauge that I'm happy with and kind of wing it based on the DRK and Bear Paw sock patterns. So yeah, there's that. And then my other acquisition is these. Look at how cute that bag is. From Ray Stitch, which is a fabric haberdashery shop in London. Sorry about the crinkling. These toggle buttons that are like, they're showing up as black, but they're really dark brown. You can see my eyes through them. yeah, got those to knit the Dagmar jacket by Petite Knit. I had gotten the yarn in Ireland when we were there on a family trip from Donegal Wool Spinning Company. This gorgeous tweed. It's mostly gray, but then has flecks of like blues and reds and yellows and greens. Yeah, so beautiful. Me and my mom got a bunch of this yarn. I'm gonna knit the Dagmar jacket. So I had that yarn, had the pattern in mind, but was just lacking buttons. So now I'm ready to go with that. But first I need to finish some of those whips. So yeah. First knitting podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you have a project right now or yarn that's making you feel inspired, because feeling inspired and wanting to create is the best feeling. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. And I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, but this is a Felix cardigan that I'm wearing, knit in Knit Picks Provincial Tweed. It's very pilled because I wear it all the time. It's great. Highly recommend Felix cardigans if you're looking for a good basic cardigan pattern.